الراحمين اللهم اغننا بالعلم وزينا بالعلم واكرمنا بالتقوى وجملنا بالعافيه وحققنا بالاستقامه يا ارحم الراحمين صلى الله على محمد وعلى اله وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين بسم الله
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين على الدين والدين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين قال المؤلف الإمام الحبشي في كتاب
احمد بن زين
أحمد بن زين الحبشي في كتاب السلام الجامع ونفعنا بعلومه في الدارين آمين رضي الله عنكم. Chapter 2 on worship. If one is in a state of janaba because of sexual intercourse or the emission of sexual fluid during sleep or otherwise, it is necessary to wash the whole body with the intention of intention.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم إلهي أنت مقصودي ورضاك ومطلوبي أعطني محبتك ومعرفتك. Last month we have talked about what are the things that make a person in the state of major impurity. So today, continuation about La ilaha illallah. How do you do the bathing? The methods of doing the bathing. The methods of doing the major bathing. So therefore, the first thing, number one, when a person wants to do major bathing, because of whatever it is, like for example, ladies, monthly you have your menses after 1 week or 10 days. And you do your major bathing, first and foremost is the intention, niyat. It is intention in niyat. The intention, it must be raf al-janaba, to lift up the major impurity. That will be the intention. Nawaitul ghusla li raf'il hadathil akbar. I make the intention of bathing, major bathing, I make the intention of ghusl means bathing, to lift up the major impurity. Lillahi ta'ala. You can make the intention in English, can? Or in Arabic, nawaitul ghusla li raf'il hadathil akbar. Hadath akbar. Lillahi ta'ala. Or in Malay also, saja aku niat mandi mengangkat hadas besar dan Allah Ta'ala. Or in English, I made the intention of bathing to lift up the major impurity. Lillahi Ta'ala. Our example, if you are bathing because you want to lift up the what do you call it, menses, for example, you are purified for menses. You can make the intention. I make the intention of bathing to lift up menses, lillahi ta'ala, can also. Or postnatal bleeding, lillahi ta'ala, also can. So if the person do the bathing without the intention, then the bathing will not be valid. It must be with intention. When do you do the intention? The intention is being done when the first drop of water touches your head. That is when you do the intention. Estimation, if it doesn't what they call it, accurately, it doesn't matter. As long as you can feel water already the flow on your body, and then you make the intention, that will be enough. So that is the first one. The first one about intention, niyat. And if the intention is to do the bathing for sunnah, then it is sunnah to make the intention also. For example, you want to come here, it is sunnah before you come here, take a bath. I make the intention of bathing for sunnah, what? Sunnah to come for the gatherings of knowledge. Lillahi ta'ala. That means your bathing also you will earn reward from Allah. Or you want to come for Salatul Jama'ah and you take a bath, make the intention of bathing the sunnah for coming for Salatul Jama'ah. It is sunnah. You get the intention. Rather than take a bath and what do you call it? Sing. There's no what do you call it? No, no reward. You know which animal like to? Some people they bow like that kind of species. So that is the first one. Niyat. You understand? Don't sing when you are bathing. Some people bring their phone inside. Inside the toilet. If you go to Masjid Wat Tanjung yang tempat Google, nanti ada Google punya comment. Someone comment about the Wi-Fi kat Masjid Wat Tanjung. Which guy doesn't like Masjid Wat Tanjung because dekat toilet he cannot get Wi-Fi. So so that is that's the first one. Number two, the integrals of bathing, the integrals of doing the major impurity, ta'mimul badan bil ma. You have to pour water from the top of your body until your feet. That means your whole body must be clean, or there must be silent, there must be flow of water from the top of your head until your leg. That is wajib. Understand? Is wajib. So it is sunnah to pour water, of course, from the top. Sunnah. From the top. Then after that you make the intention. But if you pour the water from below, for example, like if you go to some places, the water is so cold. So before you pour into your body, your head, you play with cut your leg. Yeah. So when you pour the cat on your leg, then you make the intention. It's valid also. It's valid. Any part of your body. But remember, when you pour on your leg, that means the hadath akbar, the major impurity is only lifted on your leg. But the rest, the part of your body, not yet. For example, after you complete your whole, after you had your major bath, then you remember that you forgot to wash this part of your ear. You forgot to wash your armpit. For example, because I bathe like gini. So then what do you have to do? And you left the toilet, and after that you use your clothes. Lupa nak cuci ketiak. Then what do you have to do? What do you have to do now? Do you have to repeat back? Do you have to repeat back your major bathing? No. Then what do you have to do? What do you have to do? What is like this? Huh? Have to wet the armpit. Using wet tissue? Using water. Good. Yes, you are right. Correct. Good. Then you just need to wash the part that you have not washed yet. That's all.
Must you make intention?
No need to make intention already. No need to make. Just complete it. Just complete it. So the same thing, for example, this back part of your ear you have to wash, and you have to just wash the back part of the ear. Like that. Okay, about it. Or for example, after you had your major bathing, then you realize that your fingernails are long and so dirty. Then you have to wash back. Because that the water doesn't have a seep through it. And then it will make your major bathing invalid, and also your wudu invalid, and your salat invalid. So to be careful. Or for example, ladies, they like to use this, what do you call it? No, not nail polish. Extension? Q-tex, is it? Is it? Apa tu? Q-tex? Pin. Nail polish. They call it Q-tex kan? Betul lah? Oh, your Asian tak tahu je? I doubt so. I think your Asian tak tahu. Now, the Q-tex, for example, is it water resistant or not? If it is water resistant, then you have to wash it off. You have to clear it. If not, your wudu will be invalid. For henna, no, henna, yes, you can make your wudu and wash. Yeah, you can. But if the henna is too thick, you are not allowed. because it doesn't seep through the skin. Another question usually asked, can men use henna? Can, if you want to become a lady. So the answer is haram. Sometimes, people get married, the night of henna. Mehendi, they call it. So the lady, they draw. The guys also want to draw. Draw. Not allowed. Not allowed. Because why men, you are not allowed to tashabbu, to have similarity with ladies. Ladies also, you are not allowed to have similarities with men. Understand? So our religion in Islam, mashallah, beautiful. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنْثَى إِنَّ سَعْيَكُمْ لَشَتَّى. Allah said, we created male and female. Each one of them have their own role. Lashatta, that means it's different. Man cannot be woman, woman cannot be man. Even our clothing, am I right? Our clothing, there's men's clothing, there's women's clothing. Ladies, you cannot use men's clothing, and men cannot use women's clothing. And also tashabbu, whatever it is, you cannot have that similarity. Think about it. Where you go? And where was I? Ta'mimul badan. You must make sure that there's nothing that will prevent water from seeping through your skin. Paint, paint, paint. You have to remove it. You have to remove it because paint doesn't seep. You have to remove it. But for oil, it's okay. Oil, a little bit, nothing wrong with that. For example, your hand a bit oily, okay. Ada tiger balm or Vicks or whatever oil. Then after that, the ladies, for example, you do your major bathing for hair. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. No. I don't know. Anything else that I missed? Dye rambut, the same thing. If it is water resistant, not allowed. First and foremost, what is the hukum of dye rambut? What is the hukum for dyeing your hair? What is the hukum? The hukum for dyeing your hair is that if you are following or you want similarity with an idol person who is disbeliever or fasting, no. It is not. In Islam, yes, there is such thing as dyeing of hair. For what purpose? Like, for example, dyeing of hair for what purpose? For war purpose. When, for example, in the past, a Muslim had a battle with the disbelievers, for example. Then the one who is in the army, they are all like 50, 60 years old, white hair. Then the army from far, they will laugh at us. So they are allowed to dye their hair. They are allowed to dye their hair. Other than that, no. But for ladies, you are allowed to dye your hair if you are wearing your hijab and your hair, no one looks at you except your husband. That's all. And you are allowed to dye your hair. For example, your future husband like your hair to be purple. Then okay. Nothing wrong with that. As long as it's not water resistant. As long as it's not about water. I'm afraid to say water resistant. Water resistant. Now it resists water. Am I right? Now, if it is not water resistant, then okay. Then it's okay. Okay. Anything else? I've gone through about this. Remember, or lady, for example, they tie their hair like simple. Huh? Breathe. You were asking that question. Breathe. They have to untie it. They have to untie it. But if naturally their hair is like that, what is it? If naturally the hair is like that, for example, curly and what do you call it? Stick to the head. Some hair macam curly and stick to the gill. Macam Maggi goreng, right? Then you are not. It's not wajib for you to straighten your hair for the baby because it's naturally like that. So when you wash your whole body, it is including your nose and outside it, not inside it. Inside it not wajib. Ears, it must be inside it, but not till the eardrum. But nose also, of course, inside a little bit, but there's no need to, like making wudu. The ears, naam, we have to wash it inside it a little bit. And also, La ilaha illallah, Rasulullah. You know, there are some people, their legs, there's crack. Am I right? In between there also you have to wash it. When you're doing major bathing. You know, the cracks, you have to wash it. And also, your fingernails, below your fingernails, you have to wash it. Wow. Inside your eyes, no need. No need. No need to like macam open your eye ni. No, not wajib. It is not wajib because it's inside. And the same thing as what we mentioned, inside the nose also not wajib. Inside the nose, not wajib. But if let's say in another scenario, like for example, there's najis inside the eyes, for example, najis inside the eyes. Not taimata is not najis. Even though the name is najis, but it's not najis. Example, like there's blood inside the nose. There's blood. Blood is najis, am I right? Then wajib for you to wash it. Okay, wajib for you to wash it. How do you wash it? Just, suck water and after that blow it out. That's how it is. That's how you wash it. For example, a person accidentally eat pork meat, for example. Does he need to wash 7 times? No, tanah. You put tanah inside and wash 7 times. No need. You just gargle it enough already. Gargle it enough already. Because it's inside your mouth. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Any questions over?
Like how the body like is in a cast or like cannot be wet.
Good question. Part of the body cast. For example, he has cast on his hand or leg, and then the person have to do the major bathing. So what do you have to do? What do you think? How do you tayammum? Okay, good. Your answer is right, but how? The tayammum, the part that the cast. Meaning?
Kira-kira macam the tempat yang tak cast kena mandi macam tu as per normal. Then the part where macam front of my leg kena cast, then there's the part where you have to tayammum.
Okay, so if the leg is the cast, so you have to tayammum. So when do you tayammum? Okay, now an example. For example, leg cast. Okay, leg the cast. So you cannot wash your leg, am I right, with water? So you have to substitute it, am I right? You have to substitute it with tayammum. So now the person is doing major bathing. So when do you do the tayammum and when do you do the major bathing? So the practical now. Your answer is correct, tayammum. But how? When? How do you do it?
Yeah, after the mandi.
After the mandi. So after you had your major bathing, you do your tayammum. Okay, good. So how do you do your tayammum? Tayammum is on the face and on the hand only. That one is a different topic. It is on that. Even though the leg is cast, the tayammum will be on the face. The same thing as janazah, for example. What if, let's say, part of the body of the janazah, you cannot wash it with water? What do you do? Part of the body of janazah, you cannot wash it with water. What do you do? Tayammum also. So you wash the part of the body that you can wash with water, then after that tayammum. For the janazah, for the mayat. Can understand? What if, let's say, for example, the person who passed away, man, he has not yet circumcised. You know what is circumcised? Sunat. So how do you wash the janazah? Now, one of the conditions of washing the janazah or doing the major impurity, you have to wash from head to toe, am I right? But now, I'm sorry, this one is knowledge. So that part is what we call his private part cannot be washed at all. Because if let's say the man does not circumcise, that means the skin is closed out, and then there's najis inside it. There's najis. So there's najis. So anyone, do you sunat the jenazah? And pay by Medisave? Or what do you do? Anyone? Firdaus, what do you think? Bismillah. The ladies, what do you think? The ladies also can answer. Yeah, hold on. Expose the skin. Expose the skin. Good idea, but what never heard before. Oh, yeah. Anyone? Huh? How? The ladies, what do you think? Rabia, what do you think? Anyone have the answer? Mr. Sadiq, anyone has computer science? What do you think? What do you think? The same thing, tayammum. Because you are unable to wash that part, into tayammum. So you wash the rest of the body is normal, and then you tayammum. Where do you tayammum? Where? Face and the hand. Don't tayammum on the angry bird. Nanti dia jenazah hidup balik. Like how you. Understand? Then we can have another story. Jenazah hidup balik. Yes.
Multiple limbs bandage. Is it still time only one time?
Naam. Multiple. Wow. Multiple limbs. Tayammum 2 times. For example, hand and the leg 2 times. 2 tayammums. But if let's say the whole body, macam mummy. Alhamdulillah, may Allah save all of us. The whole body, for example, in hospital. Tayammum 1 time. Tayammum 1. And this is another topic, because this is a tayammum topic. Okay? Okay, baik. Clear about it. Okay, now we know about the methods of washing or doing the bathing for major impurity. The rukun. So there are 2 rukun. There are 2 integrals. 1 niyat. Number 2, to wash from the head to the toe. Now we go to the sunnah. What are the step by step when we do your major bathing? First one, tasmiyah. Tasmiyah means Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tasmiyah, Bismillah. If you're in the toilet, you don't recite it loud, you recite in your mouth. Then after that, you have to wash off whatever that is with the person that is dirty. For example, there's a balance of sperm, or for example, wadi or mazi. For example, we have learned wadi, mazi. So clean it first, or any najis, for example, stains of blood or so on. Or for example, for example, sometimes before they do the major bathing, they qada hajat, they urine and they pass motion, wash all the najis first before you start to do the major bathing. So you're clean from all the najis. You're clean from all the najis. Then after that, after you clean all the najis, then after that you make wudhu first. Make wudhu first. After making wudhu, Bismillah. And you wash your head from your head. From the head. Start from the head. So once the water drops on your head, falls on your head, you make the intention. Hello. Then wash your head 3 times. Wash your head 3 times. Then wash the head 3 times. Then wash the front. Wash your front body on the right. The front body on the right from head to toe. From head to toe 3 times. Then the back body on the right side. Back on the right side from head to toe 3 times. Then the left, the left front side 3 times. Left, the back side is 3 times. So right front, right back, left front, left back. Then you are done. Then you are done. When you are doing your major bathing, if let's say, I'm sorry again, if let's say your hand doesn't touch the front and the back private parts, then you have wudhu. Because you have taken your wudhu first. Right? But let's say when you do your major bathing, after your hand touch the front private part, the back private part, then you have to retake your wudhu. You have to retake your wudhu. The wudhu is invalid already. That's why it is sunnah before you start, you have cleaned the front and back private parts first from all types of najis. So when you're doing the bathing, there's no need to clean it, no need to touch it. You still, water can flow, but there's no need to touch it. Your hand, there's no need to touch the front and the back private part. So you have wudu already, because before you start bathing, you have taken your wudu. That's what we mentioned just now. Okay? Yes. Major bathing now.
Before that, the clean out stuff then. Kalau dia pakai soap, like if the person would use sabun, like
Good question.
scent or moisturizer, right?
Sabun.
Sabun with like scent or any form of moisturizer.
Scent?
Yeah, bau ataupun moisturizer.
Scent.
Yeah. So macam when he mandi hadas,
Aywa.
would it be because
Okay, good question now. Very good question. Of course, all of us mandi with soap. Am I right? So now, when you soap yourself, after that you do your major bathing. Is your major bathing valid or not? After the soap has already been washed or soaked out, then you have to use the water. Use the water first. But when you are bathing and there's soap, the water, when it touches the skin, does the water become water soap or water? Soap water or water? Does it become soap water first and it touch your skin, or it touch your skin and become soap water? What do you think? Because there's different. You make me think also now. You see, if the water touches your skin first, it becomes soap water, then valid. If it becomes soap water first, then touch your skin, that means you have to wash one more time. Because bathing with soap water will not be valid, because it's not mutlak. Have you made an experiment before? Which one? Ashik, what do you think? No, it's valid, it's valid. It is valid. Because when you wash it, when the soap is sliding off, there's still water. There's still clean water that wash it. So it's valid. It is valid. There's no need to wash one more time. It's valid. As I said, when you wash, when the soap is sliding off, there's still water. Especially when you use shower. Okay, good. Alhamdulillah. There are makruh. There are things that is makruh to do when a person is doing the major bathing. Al-israf fil ma, Israf, that means you waste water. Waste water is makruh. If you are using your own water, that means if you pay for the water, then it's makruh. But if it is not your water, then haram. For example, you do it at people's house, haram. Or in the mosque, haram. Not allowed. But if it is your own water, makruh. So far good. What time is it now? Or what time will we finish? 8:13. Do we continue? Continue a bit more. Now kita dulu the things that nullify wudu. Baca. Bismillah. So we are done with babul ghusl.
Variation of anything from the two waist passages front or back nullifies the wudu. Wudu is also lost upon losing control of one's intellect during sleep or otherwise, unless one sleeps sitting down with one's feet firmly fixed on the ground. Touching the private parts, front or back, of any human, whether oneself or someone else, and whether adult or child, with the palm of the hand or the inside of the fingers, nullifies wudu, even if it be one's own child or a dead person. The touching of the skin of an adult male by an unrelated female and vice versa without any barrier nullifies the wudu. However, touching the nails, hair, or teeth do not nullify the wudu.
Okay, we are now at the next topic. The topic before Babu Salah, before prayer. It is regarding nawaqidul wudu, the things that nullify the wudu. Hold on, I'm looking for the Arabic text. Probably one. If you have anything to ask, then you can ask the questions. Okay. Nullification of wudu. This is so important. Everyone have to know. The first one, al-kharij min ahadis sabilain min kubulin aw dubur. The emission of anything from the two waist passages, front or back. In Arabic, they call it a kubul or dubur. Kubul is the front passage where the person urines, and the dubur is the back one, was the past motion. They call it kubul. That's why when you want to say your salat qabul, don't say your my amal kubul. Kubul. Where who understand Arabic, Allah Akbar. It's qabul, not kubul. Understand? Qabul. So the emission of anything from the two waist passage, front or back, nullifies the wudu. Nullifies the wudu. Min ayyi thukbin kana idha kana adam khalqiyat. So if let's say the person, for example, where he's born, there are people whereby they are born, their front and back passage closed. Tertutup. They need to do operation. Or sometimes it cannot be opened out. So what the doctor have to do, they have to tebuk here. They have to put the hole here. So that najis will come out from here. Najis come from here. So if the najis come out from here also, the wudu is nullified. The wudu is apa? The wudu is nullified. And so, the what? Yeah, but wudu, but it's not a sin. Yeah, we just take the wudu with it. Understand? هذا إذا كان غير مناسب واحد أما إذا كان عارض لابد أن يكون سبب إن كان So even what do you call it? فلا بد أن تكون ثقبة قريبة من المعدة. That one is if a person, for example, the two front and the back passage, it is closed. Khalqiyan. Khalqiyan means when they are born, it's like that naturally. Naturally. But what happen if, let's say, what happen if, let's say, because of a disease or sickness, then they have to put a hole at the side. Put a hole at the side. It is still what do you call it? It is still invalid also. The wudu will be nullified also. The same thing. But if there's wind that comes out from the thukba, from the hole at the side, it does not invalidate the wudu. For the one who's not born like that, they are not born like that, but they cannot pass motion or urine the normal one. They have to take out the najis from there. So if there's urine or najis, it invalidates the wudu. But wind that comes out from here, it doesn't invalidate the wudu. Right? Go. In Arabic, in English, you say paswin, or fat. In Arabic, there are names. In Arabic, one is called fusa. In Arabic, they call it fusa. Fusa rih. That means paswin without sound. Without sound. Fusa, they call it. So just you can add to your vocabulary. Fusa. Fa, sin, alif, hamzah, fusa. That means paswin without sound. In English, they call it silent killing. If the paswin, there's sound, but not loud. Not loud. They call it faswa. Be careful lah, namakan anak. Siti Faswa. Allah. Faswa. If the sound lagi lighter lagi, they call it Husayya. Allah, Siti Husayya, sedap nama. Maybe you go to Google, you will say Husayya, name of flower, then you'll be triggered, fooled by Google. Then after you go and put your child name like that. And if there's sound, loud sound, they call it durat. Durat. That is usually the Arab they will say durat. Durat. Bot ra alif ta durat. Knowledge ilmu betul lah. This is the nikmat of reading a book, studying like this. You get a lot of benefits, right? So, a lot of benefits. So the first one, the emission of anything from the two ways, front or back. When I say front or back, that means either there's ain means there's that means there's you can see it, you can feel it. What do you call it? Solid. Or whether solid or liquid. Something that you can see it, you can feel it. You can feel it. What do you say in English? In Arabic, they call it that. I think in Indian, you can feel it solid. You can see and feel it. Substance. Tangible object. Tangible. Now. Or intangible. Like paswin. That means you cannot see. But it's there. It is there. Tahiran or najisan. Whether it is najis or not najis. So sometimes it comes out and it's not najis. Like for example, money, air mani, sperm is not najis. Sperm is not najis because semen is not najis because all of us are made from semen. If you say semen are najis, then we all are najis. Jaffan or rotban, whether that thing that comes out from the front or back passage, whether it is dry or it is wet. Whether it is dry or wet. Even this is dry. Even if it is dry. For example, person he has a $1 million diamond. Someone wants to steal. Someone wants to steal from him. What he do? He go and swallow it. He go and swallow it. Then after he go to the toilet, come back as it is. As it is. That means it comes out as it is. Then you just need to wash it. It could become najis little bit because it looks najis. But it comes out solid. It is not ratban, it is not liquid. Mu'tadan, that means something that is normal, like urine, najis, and also it nullifies the wudu, even though one dropped, it nullifies the wudu. Or nadiran, for example, something nadir. Nadiran. Nadiran means something that is seldom. Seldom that comes out from the front and the back, it's like blood. Nadiran. The person named Nadira is not Nadir. Nadira, but if this one Nadir, we've done seldom. If Nadira, that means yang shine. Bercahaya. That is different. Nadira dengan Nadira. So now, what Nadira? Nak sebut nama dia susah. The future husband nak kahwin dengan dia, saya terima nikahnya now Nadira. You should know say Nadira. Nadira is the seldom. Walaka kadudan. Aula kadudan. Duda means worm. For example, worm also invalidates the remember the person, for example, sorry, I go and pass motion. Sekali kena worm, invalidates the wudu. Or for example, the worm comes out and the worm tengok, ini apa benda? Then it goes inside. It invalidates the wudu. It invalidates the wudu. I go to the extreme idea now, out of the box. It even invalidates. So anything that comes out from the front and the back passage invalidates the wudu. So you will remember forever. That's it. It comes out with the bare head. And go inside. Invalidates the wudu. وإذا ألقت مرأة جزء ولده فإنه ينتقد الوضوء. For example, if let's say the lady, example, give birth part of the baby, it invalidates the wudu. But if let's say if the lady, of course, give birth to the whole of the baby, then definitely what they call it, she needs to do the major bathing first. Except for money. Anything that comes out from the front and the back passage invalidates the wudu except for money. But money, it is wajib for the person to do the major bathing. But with conditions. For example, if he touches his private parts with his hand, of course, it invalidates the wudu. Then how? In what instance? When a person there's a discharge of semen, it doesn't invalidate the wudu, but it is wajib for him to do the major impurity. Like for example, he has wudu. The person has wudu. Then after he just sit down and he tafakkur on the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until there's a discharge of semen without touching down. That means it is wajib for him to do the major bathing. But the wudu is still there. Then what can he do? Cannot do anything. He still cannot pray. Cannot do Quran. Cannot pray, cannot read the Quran. So you have to make the major bathing also. Right? Understand? What time is it? 8:30. 8:28. We stop here or we continue? What do you think? Okay, one more. There are 4. We do 2 live. And next month we want to wait for 1 more month. Again.
Jenis kopi. So macam ada insert something
Aniscopy.
so macam
Okay.
yang kamera.
Camera, yeah.
Keluar balik, then
Invalid the wudu. So, like for example, I'm sorry, for example, the ladies, for example, they have to go for checkup. Some ladies, they do the pap smear or something like that. Habis ada camera apa, then invalid the wudu, definitely. Invalid the wudu. It doesn't only invalidate the wudu, but invalidates fasting. Good, very good. Invalidates fasting. So, if he does it during Ramadan time, invalidates the fasting also. Usually the question they ask, do I need to do the major bathing? No. Macam for example, they insert something, ada kamera ke apa, to scan lah, ada cancerous ke apa dan sebagainya. Then you take it out, then there's no wudu, but there's no major bathing for you. No major bathing. Because sometimes they have medicine also, sometimes doctor insert at the back passage also. If doctor insert inside and it doesn't come out, how? Still have wudu, right? Sampai benda tu keluar. Benda tu stuck terus. So what do you have to do? Can you pray? Can you pray or not? My question is, can you pray? Can a person pray there? In Shafi Madhab, no. Because you're carrying najis with you. Because inside it is already mixed with najis. It's just inside the door, a little bit. You can understand? It's different. It's different. For example, the feces is still inside your stomach, over there, it's different. But this one is really dekat zahir dia, at the tubuh. Yes.
Then we say that even if the worm goes in, then it invalidates the wudu.
The worm goes in, doesn't invalidate. The worm goes out.
So
it goes out. Dia punya head, it goes out. Dia nak healing sikit. Then it goes inside. Invalidates the wudu. Okay. Okay, I think we should stop here. Because the next one needs about another 15-20 minutes. It's quite long. Thank you, Allah. Okay, ada soalan? What are some mistakes a person can do in their major bathing? We now listen to the questions, because questions also we will benefit from it. What are some mistakes a person can do in their major bathing? The mistake, if they do their major bathing with musta'mal water, there's some mistake also. Musta'mal water. You all know what is musta'mal water? Anyone know what is musta'mal water? You know what is musta'mal water? Suci tapi tak menyucikan. Naam, that one madrasah primary 5 music is bad. But what does it mean suci tak menyucikan? Suci tapi dah pernah pakai. Pakai untuk apa? Pakai apa? Like wudhu. Wudhu apa? The deeds of your body. Okay, good try. Anyone else? Good try. Betul, kopi, naam, kopi, tea, suci tak mensucikan. So they do major bathing pakai kopi, pakai tea, naam, tak valid. Yes. Some more? Anyone else? Air yang siapa yang berbuat air yang digunakan untuk wudhu? Now same with him, but I want precise answer. Your answer is right, but not perfect. Anyone? Anyone? Again? Huh? Clue. Swimming pool. Air musta'mal. Nah, sometimes because air mutan najis tu. You know, sometimes orang pergi swimming pool kan, kalau dia dah tengok corner gitu kan, then you know, there's some project yang dia buat. Okay, anyone else? No, both of you are right, but not perfect. Not perfect answer.
Mixed with something that is pure.
Mix that something like macam tadi lah, like coffee and tea. Now, yeah, you are right.
It's pure, but you cannot wash.
Now that is called the suci tapi tak menyuci kan. It is clean, but you cannot use it to clean yourself. That means to lift up the minor impurity or major impurity. That is the meaning of suci tapi tak menyuci kan. So the water is not najis. Suci means it's not najis. Tidak menyucikan, that means it is unable to lift the minor impurity and the major impurity. So my question is, when does the water become musta'mal? Now, number one, yeah, just now like coffee, tea, orange, apple, okay, now. And number two, you say that after you had used it for wudhu. You are close, but there's another sentence. Minor hadath means the water is being used to lift minor hadath. You are right. Explain it.
Like the water has already been like used, that drips off the body when you.
The water that has been used that drips off the body, from the body. So the water that goes inside the bucket of water becomes musta'mal. Okay. Can you all understand that?
Physically clean, but ritually unclean.
Apa benda lagi? Physically apa? Ritual semua dah keluar. It means apa? Okay. It means the first wash. The first wash from on the face. The first wash. Because the first wash is the one that leaves the minor hadath. The first wash, the water that drips off, that goes to the bucket of water becomes musta'mal. The second one and the third one doesn't become musta'mal. Because the second wash and the third wash is sunnah. That is what I want from the answer. For example, you wash your hand, washing your hand from here up to your elbow. Is it wajib in wudhu? So the first wash, that is the first wash is the one that lifts up your minor impurity. Am I right? So the water that drips off, it becomes musta'mal. The second one and the third one, so maybe, for example, there's a bucket of water. The first one, you stay a bit far. But the second, the third one, you stay near, but the water doesn't become musta'mal. Can I understand this? The same thing as, for example, wiping the head. But for washing the ear, then nothing, because washing the ear is a sunnah. Then the water become musta'mal. You understand this? But if the water is more than 2 kolah, like swimming pool, or sungai, river, or ocean, laut, sea, it doesn't become musta'mal. Because it is more than 2 kolah. Berapa 2 kolah? 2 kolah is 90 plus? More than 90 liters. From where you get it? From madrasah. Which madrasah? Anyone else? Anyone else wants to try? Berapa dua kau lah? Never mind, good try. I like round answers. 200 plus how many? There's 100 plus. 200 plus lebih. 216. From where you get it?
I remember the exact number.
It is 60 cm length times 60 breadth times 60 height. Volume. 60 times 60 times 216 meters. Yeah. 216 meters. More than that, it is considered as more than 216. You see how Max benefits us? Even volume also, the benefits. So 60 times 60. So more than that, it doesn't carry najis, doesn't become mustahab. Less than that, yes. Less than that, yes. Okay, what is? So this is a mustahab. So you all understand? So the same thing as washing to lift up the major bathing. The first wash, the water drips off to the bucket of water, which is less than 2 kola, it becomes musta'mal. So now, what can you do with the musta'mal water? What can you do? The next question now. Come on, think. Tea, coffee, drink it. But for water in the bucket, what can you do? Some houses you go, they put bucket water in. What do they do with it? Huh? Cuci toilet, cuci pinggan mangkuk. Okay. Boleh juga cuci toilet, cuci pinggan mangkuk. Okay, you're right. Anyone else? Okay, let me be precise with the question. What can you do with mustamal water in terms of ibadah? So you cannot answer cuci toilet. Yes. Huh? Water the plant, go green, man. Okay, water the plant. Ibadah, water the plant now. Okay, good try. Other than that, other than that, normal?
Or if you need it.
One yet. Now, you're right. Now, for example, the sunnah bathing, can you use the mustama water? Yes. Yes. Good. Some more? For wudhu also, the second wash and the third wash. Not the first wash. If let's say the water betul scarce, then you can use the mustama water for the second and third wash. Not the first one. Betul. You understand? Can I make intention and then jump into river head first for major bathing? Before that, you mengucap dulu la ilaha illallah. Then you jump, insyaAllah, husnul khatimah, insyaAllah. So can I make intention and then jump into river head first? So when you go to the river, Allah, when you go to the river, now when the head ke leg first, if let's say, for example, your whole body is inside the river, you just make the intention, nawaitu rafa'al hadathil akbar lillahi ta'ala. You lift up, you go out, you are done really. You are done. That's enough. Even wudhu also. If you immerse yourself in the water, nawaitu rafa'al hadathil asghar lillahi ta'ala, and then you go up, you go out, you have wudhu really. The tertib will be automatic. When I wash 3 times, it takes 30 minutes to 40 minutes to finish mandi hadas. What should I do to overcome waswas? Now, 30 minutes, 40 minutes is waswas. What you can do, you follow all the sunnah. Take wudhu. Just now we mentioned, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Then wash the 2 private part, take wudhu. Then wash, follow the sunnah. Wash your head 3 times. Wash the front part, back, right, left, front and left back. 7 minutes enough. You follow that tertib now. You take the shower, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Okay, your okay, time now. Time. One time, two time now. Go. Start. Nawaitu rafal an-nazir akbar ta'ala kan. 1, 2, 3. Then at the back, and the front, the back, yes. Plus 10 seconds. Let's see.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. World Guinness record. No. It doesn't take a lot of time. 30 minutes, 30 seconds. I give you 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes enough. 5 minutes will be enough. Easy, you know, when you know the sunnah way, it's easy. There will be no waswas. Because you follow the steps and you know that the whole body will be the washing. Kena air. Is it better to qada each salah in his waqtu? After salah asar, is it makruh to qada salah fardu after subuh and asar? Now, according to Shafi madhab, it's not makruh, but according to Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, not allowed. So you can do it maybe dhuhr time, qada your subuh and dhuhr like that. I think you are referring to the past salat, am I right? And after maghrib, you can qada your maghrib and asar. That will be better. Some ustaz say if we salat already, must redo mandi. Cannot just wash the forgotten body part. It says no. You just wash the forgotten part. That's all.
Yesterday a friend asked me, so for reverts, right, for an adult revert, and they enter Islam, do they have to qada back all the prayers?
Revert or convert?
Convert into Islam.
Because revert means they were Muslims. Murtad, they come back. If that's the case, they have to qada back the time that they are murtad. For example, 5 years the person murtad, na'udhu billah. Then they come back to Islam. They must qada back the 5 years prayer as a punishment. Because you are a Muslim. And then you leave Islam, na'udhu billah. But for a newly convert, no qada at all. No qada. They are like fresh. Once they say the shahada, they are like a newborn baby. Whatever they did in the past, all are forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most generous, the most gracious, the most merciful. Forgive all. Okay, next one. If someone same gender touches my brother but no skin contact, does it nullify both the wudu? Firstly, you slap him first. Now, number 2, both of your wudu doesn't nullify it because there's a cloth in between. Understand? Do the 2 steps. Understand? Firstly, slap him. Second, okay, no. But now, what if, let's say, so in the past I will give this example. Ahmad touched Ali's private parts. Whose wudu nullified? Don't ask me why Ahmad touched. Just answer my question now. Touch Ali's private part. Whose wudu is nullified? Is Ahmad wudu or Ali? Ahmad. Ali is being touched. Does his wudu nullify? Ahmad nullified. Why? You are right. Why? Why? Why?
The condition is touching.
The condition is touching, but he's been touched. The condition is touching now. Yeah, the condition is touch. This one is number 3 or number 4 of this one. But never mind, you all ask. Touch the private parts. Both of them. The hand and the private parts. But why Ahmad wudu nullified? Ali wudu nullified. Ali tak? Ali kesian. The scholar say Ahmad, yes, you are right, Ahmad yang wudu nullified, because Ahmad kurang ajar. Okay. But this can be what do you call it? This can happen to the fathers and mothers when they change the pampers of their babies. For example, they istinja for their babies, they have to touch apa. Then the parents punya wudhu will be nullified. They have to retake their wudhu. What time is it now? What time do we finish? We finish 48. Apa you? Tak payah tadi, tak payah. What time? 9 habis. So 9 then we semayang. Ya, okay, bagus. Let's got more time. Where are we now tadi? If I'm in the middle of mandi hadas, but in the middle I stop because of loss in thought, do I need to restart the baby? No need. Just continue. Just continue. For example, tengah mandi tu tiba-tiba hayal, for example. No need to restart. Is it better to call out Isra? Ini dah busy. Are there any amalan ibadah practice to help to control the nafs? Nah, of course. You have to be consistent, especially in your salat 5 times a day in Jama'ah. And you have to be consistent in your timetable. You have to fill up your time with doing beneficial things. And staying away from everything that will feed your nafs. Staying away from everything that will feed your nafs or open the doors of shaitan. And do your, what do you call it, 5 prayers a day. There's an amalan that you can recite, is to recite Surah Hamim. In Al-Quran Al-Karim, there are 7 Surah Hamim. In the Quran, there are 7 Surah Hamim. It starts from Surah apa? Those check it. Usilat, not Usilat. Ghafir. Allah Muhammad. What is the surah? Surah Ghafir. Surah Ghafir. Just 24. If a person, for example, he finds hard to leave a particular sinful act, what you can do is to recite every day 1 Surah Hamim. Today you recite Surah Ghafir. Tomorrow you recite Surah Fussilat. Tomorrow, the next Sunday you recite Surah Ashura. Then Az-Zukhruf, Ad-Dukhan, Al-Jathiyah. 7. In total, in Quran, there are 7 Surah Hamim. Then after that, you go back to Surah Ghafir again. So one day, 1 Surah Hamim. One day, 1 Surah Hamim. You practice this every day. One day, only 1 Surah Hamim. You practice this every day. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you tawfiq. Allah will protect you from any type of sinful acts, inshallah. What is it? No. Do it. It's not that long, the surah. So it starts from surah Ghafir. Yeah. Okay. Does one have to remove their piercings for major bathing? Now, if let's say your piercing covers part of the skin, then you have to remove it, of course. If it covers part of the skin, and if covers and water is unable to seep through, to go through, then you have to remove it. The next one, if a convert male haven't circumcised, everything he wants to do major, every time must he take tayammum? Naam, he must take tayammum. Yes, he must wash the whole body and take tayammum until he circumcised. Naam, because it's najis. But it is not wajib for him to do the circumcise immediately. After convert, it does not wajib for him to do immediately. Let him take his time. Not like, after this, you said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa Rasulullah, you bought injection. Bought parang sekali. No. Orang people doesn't convert. Mana dia? Considering we cannot view one's private parts when we bathe them as janazah, how do we know if they have sunat or not? There's no need for you to go and find out. Understand? you take it as he's circumcised. Unless, for example, someone inform you, or unless you know him very well, he just converted yesterday and he's not circumcised, the next day he passed away. I could lihat, if yakin. If yakin, of course, definitely haram to view it, haram, of course. Unless it's haram to view it. But we take it as each person who passed away, they are circumcised. If I wake up late for subuh during shuruk, do I call out subuh at that time? Yes, yes. Then when do you want to call out subuh? During zuhur time? No, of course you have to call out. If I apply oil on my hair, I have to wash it off completely first before. No, not really. Unless you have the oil, tak tahu you pakai oil apa, Allah, kerosene ke apa, then you have to wash. But the normal oil on the hair, tak payah. No. Just wash your hair. Wash your hair. It's normal. Does the niyat have to be read out loud during major? No, it's inside your heart. Don't read out loud. Understand? Is it very major when it's done while you are fully clothed covered? No. Is it very if major when it's done while you are fully? No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Actually, you want to do major bathing and you are fully covered. You do it. The aurat is not the aurat is not the syarat. Covering the aurat or not is not the syarat. Yeah, continue. A swimming pool is more than 2 kola. We can make wudhu and do major bathing. Now, this thing now, the chlorine smell, but it is still mutlaq. It's still clean water. It is considered as ever clean water. Understand? But you have to be careful when you make wudhu slowly. You think, asal yellow color sikit. Then barakah. Can we do wudhu on tight clothing? Example, I wear tight inner shirt with long sleeve. Can I just let water flow over my arm? Nah, tight one, as long as as long as the water flow sampai above your elbow, it's very good. As long as you are able to lift up, you wear tight clothing. Yes.
Question. So
Yeah.
like if the pool is more than 2 kulas, but part of the pool has waste in it, like you can see the yellow part, but the most of the pool is clear.
So it's still clean.
But the part yang ada color tu,
That was nice. Until the filter balik, the cycle balik, until you see that everything is clean. So the thing is like this: if water there is more than 2 kola, okay, more than 2 kola. But if the water is more than 2 kola, for example, the water is more than 2 kola, but the smell, the taste, and the color is not like water really, then it is not considered as mutlaq. You cannot make wudhu with it because it is considered as najis really, mutan najis. Less than 2 kola, even 1 drop of najis goes inside it, less than 2 kola. Even though it doesn't change the color, taste and smell, it is still najis. If more than 2 kola, if there's najis inside it, it doesn't change the color, smell and taste, you can still use the water. But if it change one of it, either color, taste or smell, then it becomes najis. Air mutan najis. Yeah. Boleh. The mandi hadas does it mean that we just need to let the water touch the body parts and not require to scrub? Scrubbing will be sunnah. Scrub will be sunnah, of course, because it will be cleaner. Understand? When we do major bathing, if we are not in head janabah, untuk apa? You want to lift up apa? It's not valid. It is not valid. If I do istinja, I make wudhu before doing ghusl. When do I make the intention for ghusl? Before doing the wudhu, after. The intention of ghusl is when the water touches your head, not during the wudhu. It's changing diaper and cleaning after children only the responsibility of a wife in Islam. Tiba-tiba cerita lain. All of a sudden we go to the another world. No, not the only responsibility of wife. Not responsibility of wife. Both lah, wife, husband, ini, datuk, semua, whoever wants to be the guardian. Can I pour the mustamal water back to container? 200 cc? Now can. Hey, it becomes pure water. Is it okay to reach out for tissue while in prayer or blow out your nose in prayer? Nah, you can do that, of course. You can do that, but in terms of what do you call that? Hygiene and for example, you're beside someone, this person also cannot khusyuk. But the thing is, the question is the prayer valid now? The prayer is valid. How to clean mazi from clothes? You use water. The only way to clean is to use water to clean mazi. You have to wash it, and go so wash it, scrub, wash it, scrub 3 times until you don't see the bekas-bekas, the what? The bekas, the leftovers. Is it still considered masturbation if there's no insertion involved? I don't understand. Allah, I don't understand. Allah, you need to be clear about the question. When I'm angry, I keep quiet or walk away, but the person I'm angry with gets angry at me for doing. What to do? What to do? Say what you cannot say what. Kasihan. But if you are there, what happened? There will be a bigger fight. Once you answer him or answer her, then bigger fight. For azan. Allah Akbar, Allah, azan. Azan go. Now the anger will subside. Azan, do that. If the person get angry when you azan, be patient. Complete your azan first. Inshallah, it will subside. Is hammam allowed in Islam? What is hammam? Hammam is toilet. Given the person doing it is almost naked in front of otherwise. Hammam apa ni? What is hammam? What is hammam? Given the person doing it is almost naked. No, kalau open toilet haram, of course. Open toilet. Then, for example, like example during NS ke apa, everyone mandi macam burung air gitu. Semua, subhanallah, haram to do that. 20 people all all naked and bathe together. Haram. If you have iman, if you have brain, you will not do that. It's simple as that. How can you go to the toilet, 20 people mandi and not wearing anything, and you also join? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La ilaha illallah. Billah. If let's say anyone who haven't goes to NS, if this kind of thing, you see, you leave the toilet first. You don't go and join. Doesn't make sense. Just swimming pool, hamburger, everyone not wearing anything, and shower, and you also happy doing it. Haram, of course. No doubt about that. No doubt. In the case when one has diarrhea, is their wudhu invalidated? Nah, of course. Of course, if anything that comes out, even diarrhea also invalidates. Nah, of course. Wallahu alam. So okay, we stop at 9:02. Alhamdulillah. When is the next class? Oh, yeah, Sheikh Taha. Next month, one of my teachers from Hadramaut is coming. Sheikh Taha. I benefited a lot from him when I was in Hadramaut. I studied a lot of books with him in Hadramaut. He's a very big alim, very big scholar, especially in fiqh. So I hope really you all can benefit from his talk next month. Next month he will be coming, inshallah. So we hope to see you all. Very alim and very humble, very tawal. Very humble. He wrote a lot of books. He written even the Reliance of the Traveler book, fake book. He sharah it in 6 jilid, in 6 volumes. Inshallah. So hopefully you can benefit from him inshallah next month. Syekh Taha. Dan Maulid tu tak jadi. Yang Maulid SMU.
Kita panggil orang lain.
Oh, panggil orang lain tak nak panggil saya lagi. Okay lah. Nak buat. Ya Allah. Okay, we close it dengan doa insyaAllah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Rabbana atarafna.
عندنا أسرافنا على لظى أشرفنا فتب علينا توبة تغسل لكل حوبة واستر لنا العورات وآمن الروعات واغفر لوالدينا ربي ومولودينا والأهل والإخوان وسائر الخلان وكل ذي محبة أو جيرة أو صحبة والمسلمين أجمع آمين ربي أسمع فضلا وجودا منا لا باكتساب منا بالمصطفى الرسول نحظى بكل سور بالمصطفى الرسول نحظى بكل سور بالمصطفى الرسول نحظى بكل سور صلى وسلم ربي عليه أدى الحب وآله وصحبه على لتشي صحبه والحمد لله في البدء والتنام.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.